Do you want to visit the world's most dangerous country, El Salvador? And can you travel to El Salvador safely? Join us as we delve into the remarkable transformation that is taking place in El Salvador as President Nayib Bukele defied all odds to solve their homicide problem. Witness the astonishing turnaround that's captivating the world. Amidst the backdrop of El Salvador's notorious reputation as one of the world's most dangerous countries, a remarkable story started to unfold. It was a tale of transformation, led by a young and dynamic figure who defied conventional norms and tackled the most pressing issues head-on. The narrative of this extraordinary journey didn't start with grand proclamations or high-profile events. Instead, it emerged quietly in the town of Nuevo Cuscatlan, located next to Santa Tecla, and just 7 miles away from the bustling capital of San Salvador. In the year 2012, the stage was set for a transformative journey. The protagonist, Nayib Bukele, an unconventional politician with a fresh perspective. Bukele's journey wasn't defined by party lines. It transcended them. As a member of the leftist FMLN, he harnessed his energy and charisma to address issues that resonated with all: curbing crime, fighting corruption, improving education, bolstering infrastructure, and fostering community growth. The legacy of Bukele's mayoral tenure in Nuevo Cuscatlan is etched into the annals of history. His commitment to education was evident from day one, as he redirected his salary to fund a scholarship initiative. This move kickstarted a citywide reading program, marking a turning point in a town with a modest literacy rate. By 2015, headlines celebrated the eradication of illiteracy in Nuevo Cuscatlan, a feat that surpassed national averages. In a land shadowed by gang violence, Bukele's leadership emerged as a guiding light. The MS-13 and Boreal 18 gangs, remnants of El Salvador's civil conflict, were outshone by Bukele's town, a safe haven amidst the storm. Tangible progress followed: a 24/7 medical clinic symbolizing dedication to citizens, a multi-million-dollar water project quenching the thirst for progress. The story of Bukele's success spread like wildfire, showcasing the potency of his bold political action. Beyond traditional realms, he harnessed the digital sphere, notably YouTube, to connect with the masses. Through captivating interviews, debates, and intimate conversations, he displayed an unwavering dedication to his people. The town's physical landscape bore witness to Bukele's impact. The iconic light blue M emblem replacing the old insignia. This emblem encapsulated Bukele's tenure, serving as a tangible reminder of positive shifts and fresh beginnings. As his journey unfolded, Bukele's ambitions grew, propelling him from mayor of Nuevo Cuscatlan to mayor of San Salvador. His blueprint of transformation persisted, imprinting the capital with new libraries, markets, and infrastructure. The citizens noticed, catapulting his popularity to unparalleled heights. As Nayib Bukele assumed the reins of power, a storm was brewing in the underworld. The fragile truce between rival gangs and the government crumbled. The result? Homicide rates had more than doubled within 2 years. By 2015, the nation witnessed an alarming average of 18 daily homicides. This escalated El Salvador's homicide rate to a staggering 103 homicides per 100,000 inhabitants, a global record making El Salvador the most dangerous country in the world. Simultaneously, the nation's prisons flooded. The governmental return to stern anti-gang measures resulted in a swelling prison population, disproportionately composed of gang-affiliated Salvadorans. From 2010 to 2016, the country's prison numbers ballooned by over 11,000 inmates. The incarceration rate soared to 579 per 100,000, outpacing Central American counterparts and ascending the global charts. Amidst the chaos, Nayib Bukele emerged as a new beacon of hope. In a political scene long dominated by FMLN and Arena, Bukele emerged as a new force in Salvadorian politics. Despite waning support within the FMLN, Bukele's popularity surged. However, his divergence from party norms and policies strained his relations with the FMLN. Accusations of disrespect, including branding their lawyer as a bruja, led to his expulsion. This departure derailed his presumed presidential trajectory. victory. Left without a party to back him and unable to forge his own in time for the upcoming election, Bukele aligned with the Grand Alliance for National Unity, GANA. This alignment, however, didn't guarantee success in a presidential bid. Traditional campaigns dominated by mainstream candidates faced Bukele's unconventional approach. Where others adhered to debate norms and campaign rituals, Bukele leveraged social media platforms. This strategy resonated, paving the way for a resounding victory. In 2019, with 53.1% of the vote, Bukele triumphed without needing a runoff. On June 1st, 2019, Bukele was inaugurated as the 43rd president of the Republic of El Salvador. Post-inauguration, Bukele introduced a revolutionary plan in 6 phases. It was a comprehensive strategy to address different facets of the crisis that had gripped the nation for far too long, and if the initial phases faltered, a 7th, backup phase was ready to be deployed. The first phase, preparation, swung into action just 20 days into Bukele's presidency. It was a bold move that flooded the country's most dangerous regions with police and military presence, effectively disrupting the gang's stronghold. Simultaneously, gang leaders in prison lost their communication lifelines. Phase 2, opportunity, allocated a $91 million loan towards community-driven investments. It was a move to create alternatives for the youth, with projects ranging from community centers to skate parks and schools, offering them a chance to break free from the cycle of violence. Then came the controversial modernization phase 3. Bukele's vision was to equip the national security forces with a $109 million arsenal, including drones and helicopters. The catch? Approval hinged on the Legislative Assembly, a body largely influenced by the legacy parties. Here's where things took a turn. President Bukele invoked his constitutional power to convene an extraordinary session. Article 167, Part 7, empowered the president to convene such a session when the interests of the republic demanded. However, skepticism emerged. Was this a constitutional crisis or a calculated show of force? Bukele rallied his supporters to the Legislative Assembly, signaling their preparedness to overthrow the government in line with Article 87 of the Constitution. As lawmakers debated the legality of his maneuver, Bukele entered the chamber flanked by military personnel. Armed with rifles and clad in military attire, he delivered a 10-minute speech demanding a return to what he deemed constitutional order. In 2021, a significant shift unfolded as a new legislative assembly was elected. Bukele's party, Nuevas Ideas, emerged victorious, securing a majority and enabling a transformational era. Bukele's popularity surged, boasting an approval rating of around 90%, fostering a dynamic where his party commanded 56 of 84 seats. Bukele's ascendancy was further solidified as he orchestrated the removal of 5 dissenting Supreme Court judges. Their dismissal, coupled with the appointment of new judges sympathetic to his cause, concentrated power within the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. He was now essentially an elected dictator for the Republic of El Salvador. What happened next was the toughest test of Bukele's reign. El Salvador confronted a tragic escalation in March 2022. Gangs perpetrated an onslaught, resulting in 87 deaths over a single weekend. Bukele faced a daunting challenge, and his response was nothing short of audacious. He had the Legislative Assembly approve a 30-day state of exception. Imagine it. Constitutional rights suspended, law enforcement with unprecedented powers, and due process thrown out the window. It was a bold move that shook the foundations of governance. Police and military forces descended upon gang territories, leading to a flurry of arrests. However, the scope broadened alarmingly. Not just gang members, but also individuals with tattoos or mere appearances indicating gang affiliation were apprehended. The arrest quotas led to indiscriminate detentions, exploiting even the flimsiest of evidence or assumptions. Amid these developments, a monumental prison, the Terrorism Confinement Center, was constructed. With the capacity to house 40,000 inmates, it symbolized Bukele's supremacy across all aspects of governance. While many didn't agree with his tactics, the numbers spoke for themselves. After implementing this state of exception, homicide rates nosedived from an average of 4.8 daily deaths in March 2022 to just 0.5 in May. El Salvador experienced safety like never before, all thanks to Bukele's radical approach. Still, the global perspectives diverged. Organizations such as the United Nations, Human Rights Watch, and the U.S. State Department voiced serious concerns highlighting the erosion of democratic institutions and human rights violations. Just months before El Salvador's upcoming presidential elections, Nayib Bukele defied Article 152 of the Constitution by boldly announcing his candidacy. Previously, Article 152 prohibited candidates who had held the presidency for over 6 consecutive months from running for the election again. However, in 2021, the restructured Supreme Court, influenced by Bukele, reversed this interpretation, allowing consecutive terms. Their rationale was brief, stating that denying a popular president a second term would be denying people's will. El Salvador stands at a crossroads, torn between swift progress and democratic values. Some hail its journey as self-empowerment, while others see a nation sacrificing democratic values for short-term gains. Is El Salvador embarking on a path of self-empowerment under Bukele's leadership, or is sacrificing democratic principles a step too far? What's your take on this riveting journey? Share your opinions in the comments below. And for more insights into the world of politics, check out our video on how corruption and politics led to Lebanon's worst economic crisis.